La 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 la. How to be a happier stay-at-home mom. It's so wonderful. I'm just kidding, guys. You know this is the hardest job in the world. It tries your patience like nothing else. The repetitiveness, the sacrifices, everything that goes along with it. It's super hard. I know it. I've been one for 12 years. However, even though it's the hardest job, it's the best job in the world. So today I'm going to share a few tips on how you can be a happier stay-at-home mom, because it's definitely possible. Let's get started. Ouch! Ugh. Let go. Today I'm going to share 5 tips. Let me get nice and comfy because I'm just chatting with my girls here on how you can be a happier stay-at-home mom. Now, before I start this video and share my tips with you, I just want to let you know that no matter what you think, no matter what you see on social media, this clean house right now, we all go through the same thing. We all have messy homes. We all are struggling with like the kids and the chaos and trying to feed them right. Like we all have similar struggles. So don't let what you see behind the screen make you feel inferior as a mom. I'm sure you're doing a wonderful job. So if no one's told you today, you're a good mom and you're doing a great job. Okay, let's jump into these tips. So the very first one, the most important one, is your mindset. Now, we all go through different phases in being a stay-at-home mom, and there's different seasons, right? When you have a newborn, little ones, toddlers, it's totally different than once the kids are in school, once they're finally like, you know, they're more independent. Like it gets better, like it totally gets better. The hardest years are those baby newborn stages where it just kind of feels like each day kind of goes into the other. Maybe you're in your PJs all day, and it just makes you feel like, what of life? Like what is my meaning? What is my purpose? And you can definitely feel like overwhelmed by just the mundaneness of that routine of just having a little baby, right? But mindset is everything. And being a stay-at-home mom is everything that you make it. It's your attitude, your mindset, your outlook, perspective on how you choose to look at your home. So I'll give you an example. For the longest time, I loathed laundry. Not hate, not dislike, loathed it. It was like the armpit of my day. It would put me in a bad mood. I hated the laundry. Therefore, I would always say it. I hate the laundry. I hate it. But guess what, guys? Laundry wasn't going anywhere. And one day I asked myself, like, am I really gonna wake up every day and hate something in my home? Like, what a horrible way to exist in your home. And I decided that I was gonna change my mindset. I thought about other things that I had been able to change about myself, different habits, different things like working out more and being more consistent with that. And I thought, wow, if I could do that, if I could change my mindset around working out, I could totally change my mindset around cleaning the house. So I just decided one day that instead of being annoyed by my laundry, I was gonna be grateful for my laundry. Grateful for the fact that I had a family to fold clothes for the beautiful home, for my washer and dryer. And I know it seems a little bit like, oh, there's hungry kids in Africa, eat all your food. But trust me, just doing that little click of showing that gratitude for what you get to do in your home changes everything. So what are your thoughts? I have my little notes here. Your thoughts become your reality. So if you're always saying how much you hate the picking up toys and how much you hate the mess and cooking dinner, that's gonna be your reality. So change that language. That saying, whether you believe it's right. What is the saying? Whether you believe you can or can't, you're right. You know, if you believe that this is a miserable job and you're just moping around and, that's what it's going to be for you. But if you take pride in having a clean house and reminding yourself of that like awesome feeling of like having everything organized, like it's a good feeling. So hold on to that, and just whether you say you are or happy or not happy doing this, like you're right. So choose to be happy, right? Okay, next, lower your expectations for everything that you think you need to do in the day. I mean low, real low. And right when you get low, go even lower. Nobody is coming to critique you at the end of the day, to give you a scorecard, to say good job, not good job. ew, look at this. Like, nobody is coming to do that. And sometimes we put this pressure on ourselves to, you know, have our house look a certain way, or just the things that we need to do for like our kids, or, you know, there are no rules. This is your home. You get to decide what makes you happy in your own home and what works for you, because what works for someone else may not work for you. It's great to get ideas from people and to be inspired, but if something just feels like it's just, you know, feels like kind of a struggle or a fight, or it's just not natural for you, then you don't have any business doing it in your home. So whatever expectations you have of what you need to do, just lower them. For me personally, the way that I stay happy in this home is I literally just decide that I'm gonna have one house chore a day that I will focus on. Now, granted, there are other things that are going to be daily tasks, like picking up the toys. I spend an hour just picking up the house to look like this today. But so those are all given things. Picking up, it's a given. Cleaning your kitchen, given. But things like vacuuming, dusting, mopping, like I just focus on one a day, something very simple, and I feel good. By the end of the week, I got a lot of things done. Okay, next I want to talk about communication. Communication with your spouse. As a stay-at-home mom, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to have the house look a certain way, to just, you know, like dinners on the table. It could be a lot of pressure. Make sure that you are keeping that communication open with your spouse. Some days I'll let my husband know. He'll be on his way home. I'm like, hey babe, heads up, nothing got done today. It was just one of those days. You know, I don't need to do that. He doesn't ask me for like a timestamp, but I feel better. I feel better when I can communicate that and just say, hey, heads up, nothing was done today. It was a crazy day. I was stressed out. I had cramps. I don't feel my best. And it just makes me feel better. Also, communicating your needs, like make sure your spouse knows, like, hey, I need help with this. Like if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't think that just because they work outside of the home that you can't communicate ways that you need their help. And some of us are better at this than others. I do feel like this is my job. I try to take on most of the load, but my husband is happy to help. He's one of those like, he's like, what do you call it? He's amazing. He comes home and he will still like go mow the lawn. He's helping in the kitchen. Like he helps me. Not the kitchen. The kitchen is mostly my job, but he will help when he needs to, but he picks up, he will lighten my load, and that feels really good. I used to feel guilty about that. But the more that we communicated, like I told him, babe, I want to feel like a team. I want to feel that when you help me, it's not because you're making me, you know, sometimes we can put these thoughts in our head like, he's sweeping because he thinks I'm not doing a good job, you know? We can do that to ourselves, but no, embrace that help if he's giving it to you, or communicate what you need and don't feel bad about it. Sometimes, like definitely the communication with like our children, I delegate chores to my kids, and maybe this is a whole different topic, but in communication, my kids have their chores. It helps me. When mom is feeling overwhelmed, I will tell my kids, guys, mommy is feeling overwhelmed and I really need your help right now. That communication lets my kids get up and they'll help me. Sometimes they may have put their laundry away for the day, but I have new dishes in the dishwasher. That's their main chore. Like my kids help me with the dishwasher. And I'll just say like, guys, mommy's feeling very overwhelmed. I need you to unload the dishwasher. Even though they may have had another task, I'll tell them I'm not, like the kitchen is a huge mess and I really need their help. So don't forget to communicate your needs, your wants, like the things that will just lift that load. Even if your kids are small, you can say, okay, time to pick up. One thing that used to help me, I would set the timer on the microwave so that it would beep. Now we have Alexa. You could tell Alexa, and you could say, Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes or for 1 minute, and tell your kids, okay, the timer's on. Hurry up and pick up before the timer goes off. And that was super helpful too. So communicate what you need. Don't hold it in. If you're feeling overwhelmed, depressed, sad that day, you know, that you just whatever it is, communicate that. Open up, be like upfront about how you feel. You're not supposed to have like, this isn't supposed to be just this easy job that doesn't have like, ebbs and flows. You're gonna have your good and bad days. For personal purpose. Girls, before you were a mom, before you were a wife, you were an individual. You are a person, someone with their own hopes, dreams, desires, interests, hobbies. You can't let being a mom take that away from you. And it's very easy to let that happen. But maybe, it's gonna go in phases. Again, those seasons. Like maybe you're not gonna be taking dance classes when you have a newborn, but as the kids get older and you used to dance, like that's something that you can do. So you can also look forward to things you can do in the new seasons. But like honoring the season that you're in and being okay with that, because I'm telling you, like that newborn toddler stage, it is going to be repetitive. It is going to be like you going to the park and all about the baby, and that's okay. That is totally okay, as long as you know that each season will be different. You have something to look forward to, but you have to have your own personal purpose. You have to find those things that make you feel alive as an individual. It's like, let's put a star on this one, because it's my biggest tip for how to find happiness as a stay-at-home mom. You can't lose your purpose. You have to think of those things that light you up, that make you excited, even if it's just 5 minutes of your day. And guys, I'm not talking about getting out some popcorn and watching reality TV. Like, yeah, that could be your guilty pleasure. I'm talking about personal purpose. What makes you feel alive? What brings you joy as an individual? Think of those things and make it your priority. It's not an option. It is a necessity. It is a priority. You have to put that right above cleaning the house and taking care of the kids. It's your personal purpose. What lights you up? Put that before everything, and you will be a happier stay-at-home mom. And it doesn't have to be rigid, and if it doesn't happen, it's okay. Tomorrow is a new day. I love reminding myself of that. Tomorrow's a new day. Sometimes I just have a crappy stay-at-home mom day, and I just say, I take those deep breaths and I'll decide like I'm not doing anything today. And I'll just tell myself, tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day. I will give myself that space, that grace to just say, all that matters today is that my kids get fed and, that we're just alive and breathing. Some days are like that, and that's okay. Tomorrow's a new day. So remind yourself of that. Anyways, these are my 5 tips. Lastly, I just want to just share, like I said, sure, you're doing a good job. Every day is a new day to wake up and be that woman that you want to be. It doesn't come easy. Be patient with yourself. Practice grace. This is the best job in the world. We have the responsibility of raising our children. And if you want your kids to grow, you want your kids to grow up and see a happy mom, a mom that is proud of what she does and not just kind of coasting through life and just going through the motions. All right. But if you do feel like you need a little help in this area, I am launching my second Align and Shine 2.0, where I specifically work with stay-at-home moms who have lost their purpose, who are just kind of on autopilot. You just don't know, you've just kind of lost that spark for life, for motherhood, for your spouse. Just everything just feels meh. I want to help to bring that spark, help you really tap into what your purpose is so that you could discover it, because it's there. It is there. She is there, just waiting to come out. I have so many success stories from my students that just went through the first round. I'll post some of their reviews here. It is incredible. And if you feel like you just need something to help you get out of that stay-at-home mom slump, I would love to help you. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.